So let's talk about this interesting piece of news. A mysterious object in space is emitting radio bursts every 18 minutes. Let's get into it. There have been similar articles, so just to clear this up, this was posted recently, January 28th, 2022. A team of astrophysicists in Australia believe that they have discovered something unusual in our universe that is unlike anything astronomers have seen before. It goes on to say, to be specific, the source pulse is about a minute every 18 minutes in 18 seconds. 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 9, 18. We're back at 9. Anyway, neither here nor there. Moving on. That's why this is super interesting. Spinning around in space, the strange object sends out a beam of radiation that crosses our line of sight for a minute in every 20 is one of the brightest radio sources in the sky. Their findings, recently published in the Journal of Nature, point to the source of the odd pulse as being something like a neutron star or a white dwarf in an ultra-powerful magnetic field. This object was appearing and disappearing over a few hours during our observations. That was completely unexpected. It was kind of spooky for an astronomer because there's nothing known in the sky that does that. So as I was reading this article, immediately what came up in my head was Merkaba. Like when they describe this physical object that they're seeing that is emitting this light on and off, I just kept thinking about a Merkaba. So I was like, let me go do some research on that. I know what it is conceptually, but I don't know too much about it. And what I found next, y'all. So you may be familiar with this as the Merkaba. Or you may be familiar with this from the book of Ezekiel in the Bible. Now, this is what we're going to get into because this is what I was seeing in my mind's eye. So I got my Bible and I got my notes. So book of Ezekiel says that the chariot is made up of many heavenly beings driven by the likeness of man. Seraphim angels appear like flashes of fire, continuously ascending and descending. So that reminds me of when they say they can see this bright light source appearing and disappearing. It also goes on to say these seraphim angels power the movement of the chariot. In the hierarchy of angels, the seraphim are the highest, that is closest to God. The chariot is in a constant state of motion. Like they said, this object that they're monitoring is constantly in a state of motion. So that is why I definitely feel like it is a Merkaba. But book of Ezekiel, let's go back to that. So listening to them describe the chariot and how they're coming back and how the chariot is powered and moved and how it looks reminds me of what they saw.